Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do some line work in my Ohuhu Mix Media Pad with my Ohuhu fine line drawing pens. I just want to make sure that you can see that. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so I worked on a Thanksgiving project that I did not get to color in. Life kind of got busy. So we're going to do the line work for this and go from there. In another video, I'm going to color this in. I kind of want to try doing like a color wash and then building the color from there because I've been watching different techniques and tricks and tips to see how I want to proceed with my art. I have a lot of different mediums and I'm currently like obsessed with watercolor pencils. Although I have been using regular colored pencils, and I'll show you what that looks like. I don't have a great deal colored in here, but here is what I've been doing with regular color pencil, and I think it's absolutely stunning. And if you guys want, I may upload a video of me just coloring and how I get some of these tones and how I blended stuff, if you guys want, or I might just do it because why not. So that is my art with regular color pencils. I'm eventually gonna do something with this beauty, and as you can see, I got my gel pens off to the side. Oh my god, I think this might be my favorite like art medium so far, like for pencils and gel pens, I will say, because they don't do the alcohol markers, and you guys know how I feel about my alcohol markers. So so far for pencil quality, because I have tried the watercolor pencil set. This is opened, even though the band's still on there. I just like to maintain that for as long as possible, especially because like it's just a black case, so I don't want to figure out Blue's Clues just to color. And then I have the oil based watercolor pencils, as you can see. This is the other one that I have. And as you can see, also just a black case without this beautiful, super highly ornated band that lets you know what's in it. And then the last one, where is the last one? Oh, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. Here is the last one. This is my first castle art experience, and I bought this over a year ago. 120 count pencils. As you can see, like 2 pencils are missing because I was using them most recently and sharpening and stuff. And I believe that, yep, there is a gel pen in here. So those came from this beautiful set. So I love that all the castle art supplies comes with a lot of material. I'm not gonna get into this because I'm excited, and if you're new to me, I have issues with my attention, so welcome to my channel. But I will definitely do an unboxing of these and get into some of the literature that comes with it, because I was super stoked. As a super noob artist, this totally made my day. But those beautiful colors that you saw in my coloring book came from this beautiful baby. And this is a 120 count castle art color pencil set. Cool. Alright, now let's do some line work. I have a few moments before I have to go to work, so I definitely want to fit in this video if possible. And if I have to stop, upload, and then go from there, that's what we'll do. We're just going to call it different parts. Alright, so for me personally, I like to use the finest marker, or close to the finest marker, so that way I have like a respectable width, because like these are so thin. Like this is like super fine. If I can just get the camera to focus, see, that's like super fine. So that's the thickness. Ooh, it's better against white background. So that's the thickness that you can expect when you're drawing. So let's get to it. I might end up having to go a little bit bigger. I don't know. Too bad my chair like ran away, like I don't need it. And I'm sorry guys, my camera lens is like constantly focusing, so it gets blurry. And I typically have my ring lit up. Found out this morning it's not charged. So fun times. So I love to do the penciling first. And I'm always nervous about outlining stuff because I need it to be just so. I'm not a perfectionist, but like I definitely lament my mistakes in art. And that's why you'll see me like do a stroke, pull away just to make sure I'm still on track. I know sometimes I can work a little bit backwards. Whatever's clever when I'm drawing. You see, I just kind of like made a little mistake right there. Um, but yeah. So yeah, we're definitely going to do this in parts and go from there. And then I want to discuss some really cool techniques I learned when it comes to these pencils. And I'm dealing with terrible allergies. Um, and I got a residual cold. I feel like everyone's sick, and then they come over, they hang out, and they get you sick, and then now you're stuck in this weird perpetual sick loop, you know? Like, oh, I just got better. Oh, for 48 hours before someone brought the new plague to me. And I love these markers. They are waterproof. So that's another reason I wanted to use these. And I got these back when I was heavy into my alcohol markers, which I'm going to get back into. I just was so excited at how like easy it is to blend these and build my color. Like it's just different and it's new. And I'm not used to like enjoying color pencils. I've not really had an enjoyable experience with them. And because like I've not really had like a good experience with them, I kind of like shy away from using it. But I'm gonna pause real quick. All right, let us resume. All right, so it is 14 minutes before I have to clock in, so we're going to pick up the speed a little bit without compromising the project. And then like I do my penciling so light because like when you get like sketch pencils, it is so hard to erase, even with your best eraser, once you make a mistake and you go too hard with the pencil. Like it just, and then you see like the phantom strokes. That's what I call them. The phantom strokes. Like you've done your best to erase it and it's just still there in your face. Like, this is the mistake you'll never get rid of. So I like to go light, and I know it's terrible when you're like taking pictures and trying to show people like, hey, this is what I did. But in the long run, like it's the best. So I always advise to go light. And if you're one of those people that need to like apply a lot of pressure, well, you know what works best for you, you know? As a noob artist, I just like to share whatever like works for me. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, then you know, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Alright, and then here is when it gets a little tricky. When some parts are a little lot lighter than the rest, and I'm just like, well, I'm not sure what's supposed to be here, but we're just going to do our own thing, and hopefully it comes out alright. Like, I don't know if that's what's supposed to be there, but you know, it was getting kind of like tricky to see that line work. Like it's tricky to see it here. Oh my gosh. But also because like I don't typically do the line work from this far away from my face. That's also a bit of a challenge. I typically have a little bit closer, like I'm sitting really far back to like make sure that my face isn't like eclipsing the camera. Because then it's no good, the recording. No good. Alright, here we go. Alright, and again, it's gonna get a little dicey here because I'm not entirely sure if this is the route the strokes are going in, but if I find that I freehanded from the original layout, I'm just gonna erase those strokes because lucky me, I did it light. Now, and again, another advantage of going in light-handed when you are doing your outline. And if you need inspiration or like, you know, you need a little help with what you want to draw, I advise using online resources. Now, what I like to do is put my own little twist on it. So that way it's a little bit more original and not like a super copy of somebody else's work. Like, I'll never draw something 100% like the original. I like to put my own little flair on it. I do enjoy having like a great foundation for it. Alright, so looks like we might have enough time to outline the letters. And then we are going to pause and upload that video because I have to go to work. But I know I've been slacking. I've been dealing with a lot of family stuff and just stuff in general. See how I messed that up right there? So I've been dealing with a lot of stuff on my end. So I was like, let me upload a video. Let me record it and upload it and get myself back into the groove of things, because regardless of what's happening in life, time stands still for nobody, and this is very important to me. So, and I will get those other aspects, and there's another mistake, those other aspects sorted in my life. You know, I can't try to attack the whole picture. Kind of gotta go a little bit at a time. And you know what you do with those little mistakes when they happen? Just go back, double down, and it'll be like a really cool accent to your art. There's never, and that's the thing, if you can still make your mistakes a form of art, go for it. Do it all the time. Like, I would love to say I'm that artist that will scrap the whole picture when I make a mistake, but I'm not. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have limited time and I really get attached to my projects, so I would not do that. Like, that's just me personally. And then I kind of want to extend this S into this V. I like that. It wasn't supposed to be like that, but I'm doing it like that. Like, art is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be stressful and all that stuff. So have fun with it. Make mistakes. Turn those mistakes into happy, permanent fixtures in your art. Like, just have fun with it. Like, I give myself so much anxiety about placement, colors. Like, I should be further along in that coloring book, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But like, I know I totally psych myself out and I gaslight my anxieties. I'm like, what if I color this wrong, and what if it doesn't look right, and what if I can't think of the next part of the coloring scheme? Like, I really do a number on myself. So my advice to you guys is to take a deep breath and have fun. Get something with a lot of colors. Now, I will say that for me, I'm not used to coloring, so when I see all those options, I kind of get overwhelmed. I really do. Like, oh my god, where do I start first? But just start with a color scheme. Think of how you want it to look and go from there. Like, for me, I'm really enjoying this gradient, like, that gradient look. I wanted to say like balayage, but I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But I really like that gradient, you know, look. And I'm going to show you what I mean, because I'm not articulating well, but this is where we're going to stop with the lining, and I'll do the rest later. So you see how like it starts from like a light yellow and goes to the green. And I'm not saying that you don't know what gradient means. I'm just saying I'm not articulating well. So I enjoy that gradient effect, and I'm trying to make like my two-dimensional pictures look more 3D. So I'm practicing on this coloring book, which I spilled water on. Like, I don't know if you could see that difference in texture there, which kind of totally pisses me off, but I'll make the best of it. But that's what I'm enjoying, and that's what I find myself doing a lot. But I want to thank you so much for chiming in today, for joining me on my channel. Again, I can't wait to color this stuff in. I might have to like tighten up like here, that looks a little cartoony, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But I do have to go to work. So thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for joining my channel, for subscribing. If you enjoyed this and you know, found any helpful tips, please like and hit that subscribe bell. And I will see you next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I hope you're all having a happy holiday. All right, well, let me call it here.